Good day, everyone. In the news is an article that I want to cover. I've seen many of these articles on Eskom wanting to put smart meters in every home in South Africa. And this is to do demand side management. Now, a lot of people will think that this is a great idea, that we could curtail load shedding this way. But is it a good idea? Is it a good idea to put smart meters in your home, just like with the smart water meters, where with a push of a button, everyone's water supply can be shut off? It would be no different with these smart meters. And in this specific article from Daily Investor, it says Eskom's plan to force people to switch off geysers and home appliances. So it's not just forcing us to do it. The meter will do it for them remotely. So Eskom will be able to come into your home. And it's interesting the angle that this article takes, because this angle tries to attack Eskom wanting to do it in this instance, because Eskom is seen as a huge burden on the country. Eskom wants to use smart meters to limit the electricity supply to households and force people to switch off their geysers and home appliances. It's not going to force you to do it, it will do it for you. Eskom chairperson Humpa Makwana said demand side management, or DSM, allows for effectively managing customers' energy consumption to reduce peak demand. Now, if you can install smart meters in every home, they will be able to literally take 7,000 megawatts off the grid if we're at stage 7 load shedding instantly. But they will basically be switching off all the people in the country at the same time to reduce that 7,000 megawatts. And this, the only thing that's happening here is they're shifting from business to the basic home consumer, and that is what is happening here. DSM programs will reduce pressure on the power system and enable consumers to realize cost savings by being more energy conscious. So what they're trying to say is that they will disconnect your geyser, for instance. That won't immediately affect many of the other appliances in your home. But what if you're trying to cook at night and all of a sudden, bam, there goes your power? No load shedding schedule, nothing. Think about this. Makwana made these comments during the inaugural National Demand Management Indabas. They're now having Indabas around us, which took place last month. That would have been in April. Eskom's Group Executive of Distribution, Mondebala, said deploying smart meters is a key enabler to demand side management. This is just desperate people, and you know, relinquishing more freedoms is never useful, and you will hear some concerns around that just now. Using smart meters, Eskom and municipalities can do load management and load shifting, reducing pressure on the grid during peak time. Well, that is when people want to cook food, is during peak time. That is why there is a peak time. Taking it away is not going to solve anything. Eskom Chief Engineer Edison Makwarela expanded on the smart meters plan, including load limiting to reduce usage. He said the rollout of new meters that can be controlled remotely to manage electricity demand and supply presents many opportunities in the country. But be more specific, Makwala. They want to install a smart meter in every South African household. It is set to cost 16 billion and take 4 years. That's 16,000 million. These smart meters support two-way communications, which empowers Eskom to limit the power supply to a home. Because the power supply is limited, users will be forced to switch off appliances that draw a lot of electricity, like geysers or stoves. Now, this is utter nonsense. Vali Pariachi, a former Eskom executive manager and former City Power senior executive, shed more light on the issue. He explained while smart meters can be used to switch off geysers and appliances remotely, they are blunt instruments that can have undesired consequences. I agree fully, and with blunt instrument, what he says is that your power will just be cut. A better option is for the system operator or control room to limit the load. This in turn encourages the customer to drop their load, Pariachi said. I don't agree with that statement either. It's technically incorrect. What needs to happen is people need to be asked to voluntarily switch off their geysers and various other things. And this can be done through radio, TV programs, even messages sent out over your phone. This is proper demand side management. People use their freedom of choice for demand side management, and that is perfectly fine. The moment you are forcing people through smart meters or whatever to have the electricity cut, it's a very different thing. With load shedding, it becomes close to what people can manage with regards to knowing when they will have electricity available. It is far from ideal, and most, as I've said before, devices that backup power supply cannot be recharged when we go beyond stage 4 load shedding in time. These devices deteriorate, their batteries fail, and then the cost to the consumer is huge. And then it says here the plan is to reduce the load during peak times by 7,000 megawatts or stage 7 load shedding by installing smart meters in every home. The intent is to get every home to install a smart meter, which will hopefully be achieved through the incentives afforded, he said. Pariachi added that it could be a valuable tool to significantly reduce load shedding to stage 1 or 2 instead of what the country is currently experiencing. But if the power to your home is cut when you don't even know it's going to happen, or limited, how is that better than load shedding? This is a foofy, and I hope you understand through what I've explained now that load shedding still gives you the freedom when the power is available to use it as you see fit in your home. With a smart meter fitted, they're going to limit it even further. You will not be able to control it. That control will be gone. You will lose a lot of the freedoms that you have even if there is no load shedding. Your power will be able to be cut by the push of a button. Think about that. Please subscribe to this channel. Click the bell icon if you want notifications for future videos. And remember, tonight we will be doing our interactive members meeting. That'll start at 8 o'clock, and I look forward to seeing you all then. Please like, share, and subscribe.